It is likely going to be the hottest day of the year so far in the valley, and it's always a debate. It's a debate in every household. Where should you set your thermostat to keep your home cool? And of course, make sure your electricity bill isn't too high. So this morning we have Sarah Knoll joining us from APS with some advice on how we can all stay cool and save. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me
here. Okay, so the big question is there a magic number of where you should set your thermostat, in particular this time of year?
So I will tell you, there is no magic number. It really depends on the individual and your individual household and what your preferences are.
And of course, it depends on how big your house is, how cool it's going to get. There are so many different factors. How should you change your thermostat when you leave the house? Like, how many degrees can you make that fluctuation without having your AC work too hard?
Yeah, so when you're home, right, you're gonna have your thermostat set to what is most comfortable for you. We always recommend if you can bump it up a couple degrees, it'll help you save. When you leave, if you have a programmable thermostat or, a Wi-Fi enabled thermostat, you can use that and set it to away mode where it'll bump it up an extra couple degrees. We don't recommend like 10 degrees because it's gonna take your air conditioner that much more to bring it back to your comfort zone, but a couple more degrees so your air conditioner isn't running as hard while you're not home.
So 78 degrees maybe seems to be like what a lot of people kind of set the standard to. And then when you leave the house, maybe bump it up to 80, 81, but you don't want to go much higher than that then.
Not when it's this hot, because then your air conditioner, when you come home, you want it back down to 78. It's going to take it that much longer to get there.
So it's already warming up outside. We know we're going to have, 118 temps likely. Talk to us a little bit about pre-cooling and what people can do in their homes right now to prepare for this afternoon.
Yeah, pre-cooling is just the term we refer to cooling your house in advance of that heat in the afternoon. So earlier in the day, noon, 1 o'clock, if you can turn your thermostat down a couple of degrees, really help cool the entirety of your house. Some of your textiles will actually hold some of that cool air. Your tile will also cool, so that'll help the insulation of your home stay cooler throughout the afternoon peak and help avoid running your air conditioner as much when it's that hot out. And especially if you're on a time of use rate with the on-peak hours, you can avoid running your air conditioner as much during those hours as well.
And I also want to ask about budget billing, because some people, they're going to get their bill for this month and it's tough sometimes for folks. So talk to us a little bit about the billing options.
Yes, budget billing. So if you're not already on it, it's never too late to join. You can call us, you can join it. Budget billing allows you to spread your monthly bills across your annual consumption. So, we see the higher bills in the summertime and usually a little bit lower in the winter. Instead of having those differences in your bills, budget billing allows you to pay the same amount each month.
Okay, and that's super helpful because people know how to budget. They're not going to be, blindsided by something in the heat of the month. You brought some props for us that we have just about 30 seconds to go over really quick. This is like a blackout curtain. This is something that is really helpful this time of year.
Yeah, I definitely use these at home. A lot of the heat in your house comes from the sun shining through your windows, through your doors. So if you can block the sun from coming in, that'll help reduce the heat in your home and make it easier on your air conditioner to run.
And then talk about air filters. I know we're supposed to be doing this probably a lot more than I actually do it.
So we recommend check them at least once a month and probably change them once a month, especially in the summertime, because this helps your air conditioner run more efficiently if you're changing out your air filters. Therefore, it doesn't have to run as hard and it can help save energy on your bill.
Okay, we love that. Sarah, thank you so much. We appreciate it. So Scott, just